As the Russian leader held a video call with leaders in Crimea, the International Criminal Court had a message for him.
The International Criminal Court has issued 2 warrants of arrest in the Ukraine situation for Vladimir Putin.
The charges: the war crimes of unlawful deportation of children from occupied areas of Ukraine to the Russian Federation. Putin's co-accused, his Presidential Commissioner for Children's Rights, Maria Lvova-Belova. She described her arrest warrant as validation of her work helping the children of our country. Human Rights Watch says thousands of Ukrainian children have been taken. Ukraine says the total number is in the hundreds of thousands since the invasion of Crimea in 2014.
Exclusive CCTV footage obtained by Sky News captures the chilling moment the Russians arrived to find the children.
Now, Slovakia has said that it will supply fighter jets to Ukraine. That follows a similar announcement by fellow NATO member Poland. Warsaw said yesterday that it would deliver 4 fully operational Soviet-era MiG-29s in the coming days. Slovakia now says it will donate all of its MiGs as well. Slovakia's Soviet-era fleet was retired in 2022. Ukraine has repeatedly urged Western partners to send warplanes to help defend against Russia's invasion.
Well, Turkey says it will support Finland's bid to join NATO.
That's right. This announcement comes after the presidents of both countries met in Ankara today. Both Finland and Sweden applied to become NATO members some 10 months ago in the wake of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. NATO requires the approval of all 30 members to expand, but Turkey and Hungary have delayed that process. Erdogan expects Finland's ratification process to be completed after his country's elections in May.
The waters of the South China Sea have long been contested, but now experts fear China is targeting the skies. It's been revealed commercial pilots have reported interference in their radio systems as they fly over the South China Sea. Chinese warships are believed to be transmitting messages to the cockpit and, in extreme cases, jamming the GPS. The global aviation body is warning pilots not to respond to the warships and immediately report the contact to air traffic control.
Tragedy in Colombia as 10 coal miners who were reported missing after an explosion have been found dead. That brings the death toll of this incident to 21. 11 miners were initially reported dead the previous day after officials say an accumulation of gas in 6 adjoining mines caused the explosion. Some miners were able to make it out in time. While accidents are common in illegal mines throughout the country, the government reportedly said this mine was authorized to operate.
New demonstrations erupted on the streets of Paris on Friday evening against the French government's plans to raise the state pension age. Riot police clashed with protesters, often gaining ground only to retreat minutes later. Friday's skirmishes follow French President Emmanuel Macron's decision to push through a contested pension overhaul without a parliamentary vote. The reform raises the state pension age by 2 years to age 64.
The East Asian raccoon dog, a relative of the fox, may hold the key to the origins of COVID-19, according to a group of scientists quoted in The Atlantic magazine. The team says their new analysis of samples taken at a Wuhan market in the early days of the pandemic is a really strong indication that infected animals were there, including raccoon dogs. The findings support the theory that COVID-19 jumped from animals to humans, But researchers say it is not a smoking gun.
The former Pakistani Prime Minister has just arrived at a court in Islamabad to face corruption charges. Meanwhile, police have entered his residence in the city of Lahore and they beat up his supporters. About 5,000 extra police have been called to Islamabad and parts of the capital have been sealed off. Khan has asked for his supporters to follow him, but they're unable to pass into the city. Earlier this week, crowds of his supporters and police had a violent standoff while they were attempting to arrest him at home for evading court on separate charges.
Anger in Senegal's capital. Supporters of opposition leader Ousmane Sonko have been fighting with security forces. Schools and shops are shut as violence and looting spread from one neighborhood to another. They accuse President Macky Sall of using the justice system to eliminate political opponents and cling on to power.
We elected Macky Sall to work, not to establish a dictatorship. He must leave Sonko alone. If he does not, we will burn the country.
In this heavily guarded vehicle is Sonko on his way to a trial that could end his political aspirations. He's charged with slander after he accused a state minister of corruption. If convicted, he cannot contest the 2024 presidential elections.